So number one pitfall is this lie of belonging, where there's a fracture in the knowing that you just came to be you, right? And we make something wrong and something right, and usually we're the one that's wrong and the other reality is wrong, but then we try to fit in and be right. Okay? Because once you I'm going to just call it seal up that fracture. Once that fracture heals, so to speak, and you pull out the lies that you bought, the lie that you're different, that's wrong that you're different, the lies that you need to fit in to be here, like those sorts of things, then what starts to happen is you become even more full, right? And we kind of stop choosing things like people pleasing. How many of you guys have been people pleasers? Right? How many of you guys have had narcissists in your life, for example, right? When we're being people pleasers, when we're fractured, when we're trying to fit in, we'll give up ourselves to fit in with other people's realities. And that's a lot of times how we get in these sort of codependent relationships, or with people who are abusive, or with people who are just assholes, right? Instead of going, no thanks, I can see you from a mile away, we have a filter with that old fracture that allows ourselves to cut off ourselves, or allows ourselves to stop being us or not stand for us, to accept somebody else's reality as dominant or the truth. And it's the funny thing is about that even is that sometimes when you're used to cutting yourself off, when you're used to playing the role or putting the costume on or not being you, then the other person, it's like a yin and a yang, right? The other person will naturally be the more dominant one. And they might not be a real narcissist. It might seem like it, but because we're, going into that role of more of a, hey, I'll do anything for you sort of thing, then they'll fill the role because there's a void there. But when you're full of yourself, people think that's a bad thing. It's really not. When you're full of yourself and what you would like to have, and you're clear on your energies to the universe and to yourself, right? Then what happens is the people come in that can dance with you, right? And whether that's relationships will start to shift and change, friendships will start to shift and change, colleagues, your businesses, if you've got a business, your coworkers, we see it all the time. When you shift into going, no, I'm going to be all of me here. I'm not going to let that old point of view stop or keep me fractured, right? I'm not going to bend over backwards for people anymore. Then what starts to happen is everything starts to rearrange around you.